Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine.
I don't see how we could have done things any better.
I've got it under control. You, human. You the one they call Shepard?
Who wants to know? What's your story, Wrex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories. Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
What is the Mass Effect Head Canon Project? For a complete breakdown, I recommend you hit the link right here. But for all intents and purposes, the majority of this series will be presented as a typical Let's Play, but rather than blind first-time reactions, I will be documenting all of the events of the games in retrospective. This will include breakdowns of specific encounters, my occasional personal views and critique of the game itself, Easter eggs, bugs, and glitches. But most importantly, a detailed explanation of my own personal headcanon and why I perceive this particular Commander Shepard to be the most compelling and interesting. I have painstakingly developed this headcanon because of how immersive and expansive this trilogy really is. As an aside, this isn't what I consider to be the best complete playthrough, it's just what I think is ultimately the best story that can be told with the content that there is to be discovered. To get to this point, I have had to play the trilogy so many times with so many varying outcomes that even to this day I am still discovering something new with every playthrough. It's a monument to the absolute masterpiece that is Mass Effect, and I hope that I manage to encapsulate those who also love this series as I do, so as to stimulate discussion even now all these years later on a video game that still has people talking. If you are new to this series, I will provide a link to the complete playlist in the description below. Otherwise, get strapped in, it's finally time, we're heading to Virmire.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Admiral Hackett here, Commander. Your helmsman just forwarded your report on Major Kyle. We sent in a team as you instructed. Kyle's followers have disbanded, and the Major surrendered to us without incident. We'll make sure he gets the help he needs. To be honest, Shepard, I thought this thing was going to end in a bloodbath. I don't know how you did it, but you saved a lot of lives. Congratulations.
Greetings, spacefarers. I'm Mykul. A very nervous and apprehensive Mykul. As you may have gathered many times throughout the intro, we're about to participate in quite possibly one of the greatest nexus points in the entire Mass Effect trilogy.
Get on with it! Yes! Get on with it!
Very well, let's do this.
Commander, I'm reading a signal. Must be our Solarian infiltration team.
Check out those defense towers.
Drop the Mako. We'll go in hot and take them out.
I'll get you in underneath their radar, Commander. You've got a clean drop, Commander.
Excellent job, Joker. Praise where it's deserved. Good luck, have fun.
Stay out of range and continue evasive maneuvers until I bring those AA towers down.
I know the drill. Meet you at the camp once those towers are offline. Joke around.
Where do I begin really with Virmire? Excellent level design, beautiful art direction, even the Mako sections stand out, almost as if the Mako itself was designed with this level in mind. If you recall, all the way back in episode 1, I mentioned that Mass Effect was initially quite the grind for me and was a very difficult game to get into. Even when I finally got over myself and managed to progress this far, it was this mission that solidified my love for this game. It was Virmire where I realized I was getting into something special. Anyways, most of this section is laid out like a racetrack, and unlike the Uncharted worlds, most of the terrain is easily navigable, with the emphasis being on combat with an assortment of Geth. There's two main obstacles, with the first one being an anti-aircraft gun that we have to disable first before the Normandy can safely land.
I'm reading that the grid is down, Commander. On approach to the Solarian base now. Out.
Ready to go, Shepard.
Upon deactivation, we can lift up the drawbridge and continue on. The The second obstacle is just more of the same. Only this time all we have to do is open the gate.
Commander, Normandy's touched down at the base, but it looks like we're grounded. The Solarian captain keeps trying to get here.
There's the key.
So what are we supposed to do now?
Stay put until we can come up with a plan.
I'm kind of curious to see if my authority is being subverted. I feel like the right option conveys that better than the left option, which would imply that I am here to cooperate, which I am, but as I'm also here on Spectre business, I kind of need to flaunt that a bit.
Are you in charge here? What's the situation?
I'm Captain Kirahi, 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG. You and your crew have just landed in the middle of a hot zone. Every AA gun within 10 miles has been alerted to your presence.
If that's the case, there's no use making a scene. We need a plan.
What are we supposed to do in the meantime?
We stay put until the Council sends the reinforcements we requested.
We are the reinforcements.
What? You're all they sent? I told the Council to send a fleet.
Well, sorry to break it to you, bud, but it is what it is.
We couldn't understand your transmission. They sent me to investigate.
That is a repetition of our task. I lost half my men investigating this place.
So what have you found?
Saren's base of operations. He set up a research facility here, but it's crawling with Geth and very well fortified.
Saren's here? At last.
Is he here? Have you seen him?
No, but his Geth are everywhere and we've intercepted some comms referring to Saren. This is his facility, there's no doubt about that.
Yeah, even if stopping him is the priority, it would really be helpful to know what his objectives are.
What's Saren researching?
He's using the facility to breed an army of Krogan.
How is that possible?
Apparently, Saren has discovered a cure for the genophage.
I don't really want to go with the right option and just assuming the worst. However, I still don't know a whole lot about the genophage other than what Wrex has told me.
What's so important about curing this genophage?
It was the solution to the Krogan problem.
We introduced the genophage to the Krogan population after the uprising, to quell their numbers. Without it, the Krogan will quickly overrun the galaxy. And these Krogan follow Saren.
Damn it. Yeah, sorry Wrex. Regardless, Saren's own personal Krogan army is not a good thing.
The Geth are bad enough, but a Krogan army? He'd be almost unstoppable.
Exactly my thoughts. We must ensure that this facility and its secrets are destroyed.
Destroyed? I don't think so. Our people are dying. This cure can save them.
If that cure leaves this planet, the Krogan will become unstoppable. We can't make the same mistake again.
We are not a mistake.
Is he going to be a problem? We already have enough angry Krogan to deal with.
He'll listen to me, right? Yeah, I'm sure he will.
He'll be fine. I'll talk to him.
I'd appreciate that, Commander. My men and I need to rethink our plan of attack. Can you give us some time?
Yeah, that's fine. Do what you have to.
Go ahead, Captain. I'll come back soon.
We won't be long, Commander. In the meantime, if you need any supplies, you can talk to Commander Rentola. He's in one of the tents nearby.
Looks like things are a bit of a mess.
Yeah. I wouldn't be so worried if it wasn't for Wrex. He looks like he's gonna blow a gasket.
Are we really thinking he's gonna step out of line?
You think I should go talk to him?
It wouldn't hurt. Well, it might, actually. Just do it carefully.
I trust him, but this is a tense situation. You're right.
I'll be careful, but be ready, just in case.
I'm always ready.
This isn't right, Shepard. If there's a cure for the genophage, we can't destroy it.
I understand, Wrex. This is important to you. I get it.
Calm down, Wrex. I'm not the enemy here. Saren's the one you should be mad at.
Really? Saren created a cure for my people. You want to destroy it. Help me out here, Shepard. The lines between friend and foe are getting a little blurry from where I stand.
I understand that the top option is us being calm, collected, and, treating him like our friend. But consider it from Shepard's point of view, especially considering how good our relationship has developed. I realize he's particularly emotional about this subject, but he can't be serious if he honestly thinks that we are more his enemy than Saren.
I shouldn't have to explain that to you, Wrex.
Indulge me. I've been loyal to you so far. Hell, you did more for me than my family ever did. But if I'm going to keep following you, I need to know we're doing it for the right reasons.
My god. This was so tense the first time I experienced it. And just a little story for you. On my first playthrough of Mass Effect, I kind of rushed through. I was a bit of a noob at the time, and because I hadn't helped him with his family armor, I needed an Intimidate or Charm check in order for him to stand down. And to make matters worse, I didn't have enough points in either tree. And unfortunately, I had to put him down. One of the many lessons I had to go through in order to get to this point, so I could achieve my personal headcanon. Wrex, we're friends. We're colleagues. We're squad mates. We've been through a lot together. You have to trust me, Wrex. I wouldn't do this otherwise. And I truly wouldn't. This is not about hurting the Krogan. It's about stopping Saren from perverting them like he has perverted everything else.
Wrex, these Krogan are not your people. They're slaves of Saren. Tools. Is that what you want for them?
No, we were tools for the Council once. To thank us for wiping out the Rachni, they neutered us all. I doubt Saren will be as generous. All right, Shepard. You've made your point. I don't like this, but I trust you enough to follow your lead. Just one thing. When we find Saren, I want his head.
Attaboy, Wrex. We'll mount it on a spike together.
We're doing this, and let's go.
Your ability to calm the Krogan is impressive.
Nice work with Wrex. I didn't think anything would calm him down.
It won't be an easy fight, but we're ready when you are.
Normally I wouldn't think much of Salarians in a firefight, but these soldiers seem well trained.
The upcoming battle frightens me, but I know Saren must be stopped.
Thank you for speaking with the Krogan. The assault on Saren's base will be difficult enough as it is.
I take it that means you've decided what your plan is?
I assume that means you've come up with a plan.
Of sorts. We can convert our ship's drive system into a 20-kiloton ordnance. Crude, but effective.
Nice. Drop that nuke from orbit, and Saren can kiss his Turian ass goodbye.
Unfortunately, the facility is too well fortified for that. We'll need to place the bomb at a precise location.
Well, I'm on board. You've sold me. So let's figure out where.
Where do we take the nuke? And how do we get there?
The bomb must be taken to the far side of the facility. Your ship can top it off, but we'll need to infiltrate the base, disable the AA guns, and pacify any ground forces first.
You want us to go in on foot? We don't have enough men.
He's right. Between both forces, we're very low on troops. Casualties could be high.
It does sound a bit risky. Is there no other way?
No, but I think we can work around that. I'm going to divide my men into 3 teams and hit the front of the facility. While we've got their attention, you can sneak your shadow team in the back.
You'll all be killed. I'm not down for another Akuz here, Captain.
It's a good idea, but your people are gonna get slaughtered.
We're tougher than we look, Commander. But it's true. I don't expect many of us will make it out alive. And that makes what I'm going to ask even more difficult. I need one of your men to accompany me, to help coordinate the teams.
It is a bold request, but it's also a good idea.
We'll need someone who knows Alliance communication protocols.
I volunteer, Commander.
Not so fast, LT. Commander Shepard will need you to arm the nuke. I'll go with the Salarians.
With all due respect, Gunnery Chief, it's not your place to decide.
Why is it that whenever someone says, with all due respect, they really mean kiss my ass?
Well, because that is what with all due respect means.
Who would be better suited to the mission?
Either of these 2 will do, Commander. Both seem willing to sacrifice their lives if necessary. Though if we are lucky, such sacrifices won't be required.
Kaiden is right, it's not her decision. And he is my number one on the ground. Besides, he volunteered, and I need a leader leading the Solarian squad. No offense to petty officers, but he's the LT. Kaiden, you're up.
Alenko, you're with the captain. Keep it simple, understood?
Aye, aye, Commander.
I'll have the ordnance loaded onto the Normandy and brief your crew on its detonation sequencing. Do you have any questions before we go, Commander?
Absolutely, let's get the rundown on everything.
The Normandy's picking me up. How will your teams escape the blast?
We will engage the Geth as long as possible. Once the bomb is in place, we will fall back to try and escape the blast radius. If we move quickly, we should be able to escape with acceptable casualties. If not, then our memories will live on as martyrs to a greater cause.
You talk like this is a suicide mission.
I won't lie to you, Commander. There is a chance none of us will survive this assault, even your team. But we do what is necessary.
Shadow seems clear enough. What will the other teams be called?
Eigor, Manavai, and Jaeto. They were the initial settlements on our first 3 colony worlds. They are at the heart of Solarian territory to this day. These names will remind my men what they are fighting for. They must have a personal stake in the fight if we are to have any chance of success.
Give me a quick rundown of the plan again.
You are Team Shadow. We will create a distraction while you infiltrate the base. Make your way to the breeding grounds at the heart of the facility. Disable the AA guns so the Normandy can land and deliver the nuke. If we get that far, we'll try to help you with guns, but don't count on it. Once you have the bomb, place it next to the geothermal taps. Then get out before it detonates.
I want to know more about the bomb. How reliable is it going to be?
Its reliability depends on the person arming it, but it will do the job. The drive system is highly impervious to damage from external sources. Once it has been armed, very little can stop it. The key is getting it into place and armed before the Geth can stop us.
Alright, Captain, if you're ready, we're ready. Let's go.
I'm ready when you are, Captain.
Excellent. Then if you'll excuse me, I need to prepare my men.
Well, this is it. Don't do anything foolish while I'm gone, Ash. And that goes for you too, Commander.
We'll be fine, LT.
Yeah, good luck.
Speak freely, Kaiden.
Is there something you wanted to say, Kaiden?
It's just weird going under someone else's command. I've got so used to working with you. All of you.
Don't worry so much. We'll see you on the other side.
I know, I just wanted to say that it's been an honor serving with you, Commander.
Hey, don't talk that way. We're a team, and you're both always gonna be a big part of that team.
It doesn't matter if we're not in the same unit. We're still a team. Watch each other's backs, keep your eyes open, and fight like I know you can. We'll all come out of this in one piece.
You bet, Commander.
You all know the mission and what is at stake. I have come to trust each of you with my life, but I have also heard murmurs of discontent. I share your concerns. We are trained for espionage. We would be legends, but the records are sealed. Glorying in battle is not our way. Think of our heroes. The Silent Step, who defeated a nation with a single shot. Or the Ever Alert, who kept armies at bay with hidden facts. These giants do not seem to give us solace here, but they are not all that we are. Before the network, there was the fleet. Before diplomacy, there were soldiers. Our influence stopped the Rachni, but before that, we held the line. Our influence stopped the Krogan, but before that, we held the line. Our influence will stop Saren. In the battle today, we will hold the line. Good luck, Commander. I hope we will meet again. Comm check. Do you read me, Commander?
Loud and clear.
Good. We'll start our push. We'll try to make it to the AA guns, but it might be up to you to finish the job. And Commander, if you see any way to undermine their defenses, we could definitely use the help.
Fear not, Kirahi. Like the efficient Alliance soldiers we are, we will get everything done.
Shadow is on the ground. Repeat, Shadow is on the ground. Lieutenant Alenko with your team. Monovite, Head team, move. Time to get some
Fire is coordinating on Monovite team. We can't reach the Geth turrets. They're out of range.
And once we've cleared out this deck, the objective is simple enough. Communications disrupted. Next we have to push on to the satellite uplink.
something scrambled their target. You've got a shot. Lieutenant Alenko, take the heat off Man of Eye.
Once again, as with Noveria, the soundtrack of this mission is just phenomenal. And once again, it's a huge step up as the stakes have risen. Music is utilized in this game in a very cinematic way, and I'm here for it.
They're calling SAT strikes. Teodo, watch for comm stations. Alenko, can you see anything?
This next objective can be dealt with in two ways. I prefer to do it this way. But you can also run over to the building and shut it down manually.
Aircraft heading to perimeter stations to recharge. Bunker up before they come back.
And there lies the last objective before we push into the facility. Beware, if you do not take out these three objectives, then Kirahi will not survive. Geth flyers destroyed. So long, Geth air support. Now it is safe to push on into the main facility.
Air threat has not materialized. You need to get some help. Shadow. Shadow team must be getting close. Hold the line, men. Hold the line.
A little tidbit that I'd like to share with you all that I wasn't aware of on my first few playthroughs, but there is in fact two ways into the facility. You can either go down into the lower levels and enter through the sewers. Unfortunately, this route is off limits to me because I didn't bring Tally along. Therefore, my decryption skill is too low. Alternatively, and the way that most people are probably familiar with, involves blasting your way in through the front door. The only benefit to going the alternate route, as far as I'm aware of, is that you face less resistance.
We've got access to base security. Should be able to cut the alarms from here. Might even be able to trigger alarms on the far side of the base. It'll clear the guards out for us, but they might be too much for Lieutenant Alenko and the Solarians to handle.
It sounds callous, but it's the job of a commander. They can handle it. It's their assignment, and that's why I put the lieutenant in command.
Alenko can take a few more. Minimize the guard presence in the base.
Aye, aye, Commander. I hope Alenko's paying attention.
Is someone out there?
If this guy needs our help, we better go investigate.
Oh, you're not a Geth, and you're not wearing a lab coat. I guess I'm glad to see you. Lieutenant Gonto Imnes of the 3rd Infiltration Regiment, captured during recon. I assume the fleet was called in to destroy the base?
I don't think it's unfair for me to ask why I should trust him, considering we were just being attacked by indoctrinated Solarians.
Everyone here is indoctrinated. You might be working for Sarah.
My whole team was altered, but I was left alone as a control subject. I still have my senses, although I almost wish I didn't. I watched good people reduced to mindless husks. There wasn't anything left. Others died during the experiments. I ended them.
Do you know anything about the experiments they were conducting?
They were studying indoctrination. Symptoms, progress. Saren uses it to control his people, but I don't think he fully understands it. I don't know much else. I just saw what it did to the others. Turned them into empty husks. I can't end up like that, please. Let me out.
Well, if only to give him a fighting chance.
I'm opening your cell, but then you're on your own.
Don't look back and hope to outrun the blast, A better chance than I had before you showed up. Thank you, human. And good luck. You'll need it.
No threat here, Commander. This is
all.
Oh, this is no way to treat a prisoner. Kill them, sure, but leave them like this.
Unfortunately, I think, unlike the other guy, these ones seem like they're too far gone, and if that's the case, then we're not gonna let them out just to have them hamper us.
Leave them. Let's get moving.
Okay, Commander, but it's not right. I never want to end up like that. Never.
That's a completely valid point, Ashley, but the mission is too critical.
What do you want? I told you everything. Who are you? Alliance, right? I knew someone would come. It tried to break me, but it couldn't. I shut it out.
Okay, now this guy is definitely not right.
Slow down. I need to know where you came from.
Private Mano Savat of the 3rd Infiltration Regiment STG, sir. Captured well on reconnaissance 6 days ago. Glad to answer, sir. Never any questions from these bastards. Just whispers and poking and cutting. I've said anything to get out and get some payback. It's not too much to ask, is it? A little payback?
I mean, it's really not too much to ask, but no offense, buddy, something ain't right with you. Convince me that you're fit enough to fight, and then I'll let you out.
Can you help me, or will I be carrying you out of here?
I'll be at your back every step of the way. I just need to get out of here and away from that incessant whispering. They've piped it in for days now.
Something's not right here, Commander.
Yeah, he didn't convince me. He's too far gone. We gotta forget about him.
He's not part of the mission.
No. I need to get out. This room is too small and it keeps talking, and I really want to get out of here and get some work done. I need to get out. Let me out.
I'm sorry, soldier. I just cannot risk it.
I can't take that chance.
Can't take that chance. No chance. I need to do what it says. I have to. Let me out. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out!
Brutal. Well, now that we figured out what happened to Kirahi's troops, we move on further into the facility. Was that a Krogan scientist? I know a certain Solarian in the future who's going to be interested to know about that dude.
Don't shoot! Please, I just want to get out of here before it's too late.
I don't believe you, and really, at this point, why should I?
Everyone in this place is trying to kill me.
Do I look like a soldier? I'm a neurospecialist, and this job isn't worth dying over. Or worse. You think the indoctrination only affects prisoners? Sooner or later, Saren will want to dissect my brain too.
What? Who's dissecting who? What are you talking about?
I thought this was a breeding facility.
Not this level. We're studying Sovereign's effect on organic minds. At least that's what I assumed. Saren kept us in the dark as much as possible.
You helped him, and you don't even know why?
I didn't have the option of negotiating. This position is a little more permanent than I had expected. But I can help you. This elevator behind me goes to Saren's private lab. I can get you in. See? Full access. All of Saren's private files. Are we good? Can I go?
What were you studying here?
It's that ship, Sovereign. It emits some kind of signal. Undetectable, but it's there. I've seen the effects. Saren uses it to influence his followers, to control them. It's called indoctrination. Direct exposure to the signal turns you into a mindless slave, like the Solarian test subjects. But there's collateral damage, too.
What do you mean by collateral damage?
Sovereign's signal is too strong. Spend too much time near the ship and you will feel it, like a tingle at the back of the skull. It's like a whisper you can't quite hear. You're compelled to do things, but you don't know why. You just obey. Eventually, you just stop thinking for yourself. It happens to everyone at the facility. My first test subject was the man I replaced. Now I just want to get out of here before it happens to me.
Why is Saren researching this? Isn't he the one controlling it?
The signal comes from the ship. It makes us obey Saren, but I don't think he controls it. Not exactly. I think he's scared it might be affecting him. Indoctrination is subtle, by the time the effects become noticeable, it's usually too late.
Tell me more about this signal.
Signal's not exactly the right word. There's some kind of energy field emanating from the ship. It changes thought patterns. Over time, days, maybe a week, it weakens your will. You become easier to manipulate and control, but it's a degenerative condition. There's a balance between control and usefulness. The less freedom a subject maintains, the less capable it becomes.
Alright, get out of here, and only because you've been helpful. But remember, there's a nuclear bomb about to go off.
I'm gonna blow this place to hell and gone. If you want to make it out alive, you better start running.
What? You can't. But I'll never. Ah!
I enjoyed that.
You would, Ashley. Alright, whatever Saren was researching is somewhere in this building.
Commander, look over here. It's another beacon, like the one on Eden Prime.
I get the feeling something bad is about to happen.
You are not Saren.
What is that? Some kind of VI interface?
Rudimentary creatures of blood and flesh. You touch my mind, fumbling in ignorance, incapable of understanding.
I don't think this is a VI.
There is a realm of existence so far beyond your own, you cannot even imagine it. I am beyond your comprehension. I am sovereign.
Even after everything we've seen, everything we've done, everything we've been through, I still find that this revelation would be incomprehensible, let alone impossible.
Sovereign isn't just some Reaper ship Saren found. It's an actual Reaper.
Reaper, a label created by the Protheans to give voice to their destruction. In the end, what they chose to call us is irrelevant. We simply are.
The Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago. You couldn't have been there. It's impossible.
Organic life is nothing but a genetic mutation. An accident. Your lives are measured in years and decades. You wither and die. We are eternal, the pinnacle of evolution and existence. Before us, you are nothing. Your extinction is inevitable. We are the end of everything.
I've survived a lot, and as terrifying as this truly is, I have to show courage and defiance, especially in front of my squad mates.
Whatever your plan is, it's going to fail. I'll make sure of that.
Confidence born of ignorance. The cycle cannot be broken.
Cycle? What cycle?
The pattern has repeated itself more times than you can fathom. Organic civilizations rise, evolve, advance, and at the apex of their glory, they are extinguished. The Protheans were not the first. They did not create the Citadel. They did not forge the mass relays. They merely found them. The legacy of my kind.
Before we tackle this dialogue option, let's just contemplate the reality of what has been described here for a second. Galactic civilization, according to the Reapers, is nothing more than a farm. We are the sheep, they are the shepherds. Pun intended, of course. Let's just say he's suffering from some severe cognitive dissonance right now.
Why would you construct the mass relays, then leave them for someone else to find?
Your civilization is based on the technology of the mass relays. Our technology. By using it, your society develops along the paths we desire. We impose order on the chaos of organic evolution. You exist because we allow it, and you will end because we demand it.
They're harvesting us. They're here to wipe us out.
What do you want from us? Slaves? Resources?
My kind transcends your very understanding. We are each a nation, independent, free of all weakness. You cannot even grasp the nature of our existence.
Where did you come from? Who built you?
We have no beginning. We have no end. We are infinite. Millions of years after your civilization has been eradicated and forgotten, we will endure.
Where are the rest of the Reapers? Are you the last of your kind?
We are Legion. The time of our return is coming. Our numbers will darken the sky of every world. You cannot escape your doom.
You're not even alive. Not really. You're just a machine. And machines can be broken.
Your words are as empty as your future. I am the vanguard of your destruction. This exchange is over.
Commander, we got trouble.
Great, more problems, because why wouldn't there be?
Lay it on me, Joker. I love bad news.
That ship's Sovereign? It's moving. I don't know what you did down there, but that thing just pulled a turn that would shear any of our ships in half. It's coming your way, and it's coming hard. You need to wrap things up in there fast.
This thing is fried. Orders, Commander?
Well, there's only one thing left to do. Let's go set that nuke.
We'll head for the breeding facility. Time to blow this place to hell.
Right, Commander. I'll meet you there. Joke around.
Charger set. Everyone bunker down. Bunker down.
All right. Nice work. That's one less thing to worry about. Commander, I'm bringing us in. I'll get as close to the site as I can.
Why am I so tense? I've played this game so many times. This is why the Virmire mission excels so much in my eyes. The way it succeeds in ramping up the tension is just so... mwah.
Bomb is in position. We're all set here.
Commander, do you read me?
We're out of time, Alenko. Get your ass over here.
The nuke is almost ready, Lieutenant. Get to the rendezvous point.
Negative, Commander. The Geth have us pinned down on the AA tower. We've taken heavy casualties. We'll never make the rendezvous point in time.
Still trying, as always, to make up for a coups. No one gets left behind.
Hold tight. We're coming to get you.
Negative. Just make sure that nuke is set. We'll hold them as long as we can.
It's okay, Commander. I need a couple of minutes to finish arming the nuke. Go get them and meet me back here.
This cannot be for nothing, Williams. Guard that bomb.
You keep that nuke safe.
What? Did that Krogan just Naruto run at me? What a fun bug.
Yes, we're sending in reinforcements.
Chief, we just spotted a troop ship inbound to your location.
It's already here, and is bleeding Geth all over the bomb site.
I have to go back. That bomb needs to go off.
Hold on, Chief. I'm coming back to get you.
Negative! It's too late for us! There's just too many of them! I'm activating the nuke!
What? Does she have a death wish?
What the hell are you doing, Williams?
Making sure this bomb goes off, no matter what! It's done, Commander. Go get the lieutenant and get the hell out of here!
Belay that. We can handle ourselves. Go back and get Williams.
Okay. Here's the deal. From my understanding, most players consider the bomb to be the highest priority, often citing that it is the most rational choice. Therefore, it is the correct choice. However, in my headcanon, this scenario is not one that favors rationality. After all, this is what I consider to be the most compelling story, not the most rational one. That being said, allow me to make my case for rescuing the fire team. Kirahi tells us that once the bomb is armed, there is very little that can stop it. Regardless of who is with the bomb, they have already sealed their fate once they armed it. And you could argue that we can't take that chance. But no matter what way you look at it, they have just sacrificed themselves for the sake of the mission and for the rest of the team. Going back, despite the fact the bomb will go off regardless, is just spitting in the face of their sacrifice. And just to be clear, this is all contingent on who you send to command the Solarian fire team. If it was Kaiden arming the bomb, then it would be Kaiden getting left behind. But unfortunately, it's Ashley. And unlike most playthroughs, there is no favourite here. Mykul Shepard has built a strong relationship with both Kaiden and Ashley for different reasons. And given that they bonded over being the sole survivor of their own encounters, this decision is about to ruin him.
Alenko, radio Joker and tell him to meet us on the AA tower.
Yes, Commander.
You know it's the right choice, LT.
I'm sorry, Ash.
I'm sorry, Ash. I had to make a choice.
I understand, Commander. I don't regret a thing.
Alright, we've still got a job to do.
Impressive diversion, Shepard. My Geth were utterly convinced the Solarians were the real threat. Of course, it was all for nothing. I can't let you disrupt what I've accomplished here. You can't possibly understand what's really at stake.
I know the truth. Perhaps if he sees that, I can get through to him.
Sovereign and its kind destroyed the Protheans. What else is there to understand?
You've seen the vision from the beacons, Shepard. You of all people should understand what the Reapers are capable of. They cannot be stopped. Do not mire yourself in pointless revolt. Do not sacrifice everything for the sake of petty freedoms. The Protheans tried to fight, and they were utterly destroyed. trillions dead. But what if they had bowed before the invaders? Would the Protheans still exist? Is submission not preferable to extinction?
I mean, I'd rather die. Anything is preferable to being a slave.
I'd rather die than live under the rule of those machines.
Now you see why I never came forward with this to the Council. We organics are driven by emotion instead of logic. We will fight even when we know we cannot win. But if we work with the Reapers, if we make ourselves useful, think how many lives could be spared. Once I understood this, I joined Sovereign, though I was aware of the dangers. I had hoped this facility could protect me.
See reason, man. It's not working, is it?
You're afraid Sovereign is influencing you. You're afraid he's controlling your thoughts.
I've studied the effects of indoctrination. The more control Sovereign exerts, the less capable the subject becomes. That is my saving grace. Sovereign needs me to find the conduit. My mind is still my own, for now. But the transformation from ally to servant can be subtle. I will not let it happen to me.
Why are the Geth following Sovereign?
They believe Sovereign to be some kind of god, the pinnacle of their own evolution. But the reaction of their deity is most telling. It is insulted. Sovereign does not desire the pitiful devotions the Geth hurl at it. They are just tools, and no amount of belief on their part will change that. But as tools, they are useful. They will survive the coming invasion. If organic life is to survive, we must also prove we are useful. We must work with the Reapers.
Tell me why Sovereign needs the conduit. Tell me what it is. Maybe we can find a way to stop them.
The conduit is the key to your destruction and my salvation. Sovereign needs my help to find it. That is the only reason I have not been indoctrinated.
But you are indoctrinated. You're not a husk yet, but look in the mirror.
Sovereign's manipulating you and you don't even know it. You're already under its power.
No, Sovereign needs me. If I find the conduit, I've been promised a reprieve from the inevitable. This is my only hope.
Sovereign will betray you. It already said as much. He has to know that it considers him as just as much of a tool as the Geth.
Don't you see? You're just a tool. Sovereign's using you. In the end, you'll be tossed aside with all the rest.
Do you think you can sway me, Shepard? Do you think I haven't already thought of this? Sovereign is a machine. It thinks like a machine. If I can prove my value, I become a resource worth maintaining. There is no other logical conclusion.
He is a coward. That's why indoctrination is so insidious. It's preyed on his fear of losing control, so much so that he is now no longer capable of doing what is necessary.
I'm not like you. I'd rather die fighting than live as a slave.
I'm not doing this for myself. Don't you see? Sovereign will succeed. It is inevitable. My way is the only way any of us will survive. I'm forging an alliance between us and the Reapers, between organics and machines. And in doing so, I will save more lives than have ever existed. But you would undo my work. You would doom our entire civilization to complete annihilation. And for that, you must die.
All right, everybody, hang on!
I can't believe that Ash didn't make it. How could we just leave her down there?
She knew what she had to do, just as you did. But it was my decision to make.
There was no time. I couldn't save you both. The bomb was about to go off.
But why me? Why not her?
Again, it was my decision to make. I know it won't free you from survivor's guilt, but I'm the commander, and she was my soldier.
It wasn't your call, Alenko. I had to choose. I chose you.
But if I'd done my job, you wouldn't have had to make that call.
And she wouldn't have been rash and armed with the nuke. What of it? The only ones to blame are Saren and Sovereign.
It wasn't your fault. It wasn't my fault. The only one to blame here is Saren.
Yes, sir, We'll get it done.
Commander, excuse me for interrupting, but I have an idea. I think the beacon you found in Saren's base was similar to the one you found on Eden Prime. It may have filled in the missing pieces of your vision. I might be able to help you put all those pieces together.
Alright, babe, let's get it over with.
You want to join our minds again, don't you? Okay, go ahead.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. I never thought the images would be so intense. I need a moment to collect myself.
I understand that, Liara, but we don't have time.
Did the vision make any sense to you?
It's a distress call. A message sent out across the Prothean Empire. A warning against the Reapers, but the warning came too late.
How does that help us? We already basically knew that.
What about the conduit?
There were other images. Locations, places I recognize from my research. Ilos! The conduit is on Ilos! That is why Saren needed to find the Mu relay. It is the only way to get to Ilos.
How come you never told us about Ilos before?
The Mu relay links to dozens of systems and hundreds of worlds. How was I to know Ilos was the one we wanted? Without the cipher, the images in your visions were never clear. Only now do I recognize them as landmarks from Ilos.
Well, time is short. We have to be urgent. Ash died for this. No more dawdling.
We need to get to Ilos.
Forget it. The Mu relay's inside the Terminus systems. Alliance ships are not welcome there. Neither are Spectres.
Oh, Tally, dear. You confuse me for someone who gives a shit.
The conduit's on Ilos, and that's where Saren is heading. I'll be waiting for him when he gets there.
Saren will have his entire fleet orbiting Ilos. You will never make it down to the surface without reinforcements. You must alert the Council. We need a fleet to... I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
We're done here. Dismissed.
Commander, there's a convoy nearby. I can link us in if you want to report back to the Citadel Council. You know, to warn them about Sovereign.
We'll do it, but they better not test me given what we just went through.
Set the link up, Joker. They need to know.
Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, I'm pleased to see your mission on Virmire was a success.
Saren is formidable enough without an army of Krogan serving under him.
Well, the Krogan have been dealt with, but Sovereign makes things 10 times worse.
The Krogan would have served Sovereign. A Reaper.
Yes, we saw mention of this on your report. Sovereign, Ascension machine, a true artificial intelligence. This news is quite alarming, if it turns out to be accurate.
I can't believe it. Why the hell wouldn't my testimony be accurate? Have you not learned?
Sovereign's real. The Reapers are real. Saren even admitted it.
He's playing you, Shepard. Saren still has contacts on the Citadel. He probably saw your earlier reports. The ones talking about your vision and the Reapers.
It's highly possible Saren is using false information to throw you off balance. Our own intelligence has never turned up any corroborating information.
I mean, what else can I say? Don't be stupid.
I tried to warn you about Saren. You didn't believe me then, and look how that turned out.
I believe you humans have a saying. Even a broken clock is right twice a day.
Oh, you know what to do, Joker.
Oh, looks like we lost the signal, Joker.
Understood, Commander.
And we're gonna call it there. It was a pretty big episode, some crazy stuff happened. I'd really love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below about my decisions. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification icon to be informed of the next episode. Keyless Ally, my friends, and until next time,
I should go.